Yeah, I feel like the Huntsmen are not using Zen to his greatest potential at the moment because Zen is one of the better snipers out of Malaysia. And I didn't really see that in the first series that the Huntsmen took. You know, Zen was playing the objective. He brought out the KSP. He was taking those CQCs. And I would much prefer to see Zen playing those long angles instead. You know, this guy, he's so adaptable to any sort of situation that you throw him into. He is one of the best flex players in Malaysia. I'm so happy that Zen was acquired by Huntsmen, but they need to make better use of his talent.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how well will that be used. Heaven right now already taking a peek onto it at that monitor room, and no splits happening for Almighty. They are focusing on Alpha, just waiting for the best moment to approach. J on a hit against Spur, and Derp taking down J onto that trade. It's now a 3v3 AJ, and this early into the game, a little bit too fast for Search and Destroy.
Crush. Grenade in hand, trying to cook it up. Jeff Pro's not going to get caught out by that just yet. Yes, Val now being dragged into this matchup. I am really wondering exactly what the players of Almighty have up their sleeves. And you know, this was something that we talked about as well. The double snipe setup. Heaven eating up two players. Manages to hit down Crush. Gets Notchy as well with that shot. Zen the final survivor. And this is the kind of prowess that I told you Zen brings into the matchup. But with the game of numbers against him, Almighty picks up a simple round.
Though the ES Val, this is the first time that we've seen an off-meta game because from previously we've seen Heaven use that on respawn modes, but this time on Search and Destroy, not so much. So we'll have to see how well can this team play it off with those off-meta games, and Heaven will not be backing out. Derp is already out. Second might be taken, but it's like the grenades are being thrown in there, blocking the sides of Heaven, and we'll have to see. The rotations right now will not work so far for the Huntsman. Jeff Pro for the kill against Esper.
Yep, Jeff Pro, great angle caught there. Wasn't really a tough engagement. Backstab by Crush, literally gets crushed. And shut him down with the MW11. That's something that Crush really needs to think 3 years about and wonder exactly what went wrong. Zen circles around once again. Final player on the side of Huntsman. And no matter how much of hype I put behind this boy, I don't know if or not he has got what it takes to shut down Irfan J, Incendio, and Heaven. And Heaven himself snuffs him out of the equation. 4 kills so far. This guy, once again, the best player on the roster of Huntsmen.
Yeah, I mean, Zen right now really needs to pop off in this game, but so much so needs to be in quite good sync with the rest of the players, because if Zen will be moving, he might not be in there caught like going in such good performance. He has been taken down in there early. Jeff Pro as well taken down third. So 2 of the best players from this team of Huntsmen already out, and now left with 3 AJ.
Let's see, where can we throw this matchup to as Incendio takes Crush out of the equation. He leaves Notchy all alone. It's a 1v2 on the prone. Incendio recovers his HP, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Almighty and how they kind of, you know, really adjust and fix their mistakes. Remember in that matchup that they took against Lynx, there was one engagement where Incendio fully got tagged up already, and then he still continued to go in for those engagements. You don't see the boys of Almighty making the same mistake more than once. I mean, it's exactly what it is, right? It's a mistake. They learn from it and they move on with it, and they always play their best games. The double snipe setup hurting the Huntsman really bad as Shut Up this time wraps that round up 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 right now, and we're now off to another round for Almighty to be an attacker, and I think this will continue on as long as the Huntsman will not be able to recover from what they're doing. The first blood is one of the important factors that Almighty has been taken so far, and once that is triggered, that is when they step forward and take the plant, or probably like a push if they are defender. But it's a good thing that the trade-off has been done against Jeff Pro. The Slayers will be out, but Heaven is still in there with Crush on the backstab, but a trade-off against Esper will be in the process.
Yep, Shut Up. Great angles, man. Hops on in, and Laundry gets cleaned out. Almighty 4-0. Somebody wake me up from this nightmare. Huntsmen haven't been able to find a single sort of strategy where they can fend off the plays of Almighty no matter how many times. Oh my god. And this time the defending side of Huntsmen literally making a beeline for that A side and Almighty leaving them high and dry. They get that early entrance into the B side, but it's a good opener here as Heaven gets taken out of the equation. Numbers game for the advantage of Huntsmen.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of the aggressiveness of Huntsmen from the attacker side that is really bringing them a little bit down in terms of points. But this time, as a defense, they have a chance to go aggressive. But with Incendio as well as Shut Up in there, just shutting them down one at a time. So not so much onto the gameplay, but a 1v1 AJ between these two teams, and Crush really not making it work. Incendio making this to a 5-0 game.
5-0. Time's running out for the Huntsmen to build up a little bit of momentum for themselves. A little bit of a pause, barely anything to make something out of. And the Huntsmen, they continue to push on through. This time around, it is the attacking side of Almighty with a distraction being played by Heaven towards Swimming Pool. The rest of the defensive side of Huntsmen rushes on towards the B side as Incendio crushes Crush. This is a 5v4. Numbers advantage to Almighty. Traded out by Zen, but Notchi loses his life. Zen gets a double. He keeps the numbers equal for the side of Huntsmen. This is the kind of star power I'm talking about that has been acquired by the Huntsmen side, but they haven't been able to make good use of it. Derp and Spur, they are the survivors, but 1v2. Can Shut Up now close this out to take 6 rounds in a row? The answer might just be yes.
And Shut Up right now just slowly moving in. Sniper in hand, and Shut Up in there takes down Derp. It's more of how quick you can get that focus, and I think Shut Up just a little bit quicker compared to Derp.
Shut Up. He lives true to his name. He shuts you up. 10 kills so far, on fire. But my question is, what's Mr. Clutch King doing? Why is he still playing around? Why hasn't he stepped up his gameplay just yet? I mean, I shouldn't be complaining because Almighty is technically winning and it's not hurting the team that Irfan J is not really performing. Shut Up runs straight into the shots of Zen. Zen stepping up for the team. He is the final player. 8 kills on the battlefield so far. He is the one that might be able to pull this off. But Irfan J hunting for the final kill through that FHJ. Can he get this? Clutch King as cheeky as always.
Yeah, as cheeky as always, it is. Irfan J just waiting, but no hits just yet. I mean, it is a 1v1 or a 1v2. It's a 1v2. I was surprised on how it is looking up in there, and I think Heaven is not over into slashing and hacking with that knife, but Zen right now will be given a chance not to plant, but to rotate even further towards Bravo. So I'll have to see the plan, AJ. This is match point already, and plenty of time for Almighty to play around a little bit.
Yeah, fantastic strategy executed here by Zen. He could have taken the plant at basketball court, but he knows in a 1v2 situation, taking that risk at basketball court is just a little bit unfavorable to his side. Now he does manage to spot one player, tags him up, Heaven gets punished, and now question is Irfan J. Will he take that FHJ shot? It's gonna be Zen versus the FHJ. FHJ in the hands of the Clutch King. Irfan J circles around, finds nobody, and walks up towards gallery. High ground advantage. Bomb in the side of Huntsmen planted already. This is going to be one hilarious clutch if Irfan J pulls this off. This is match point, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, FHJ right now and from the hands of Irfan J will not work. I mean, mobility is something expected, though. I think Irfan J is just giving a little bit of handicap right there. But so much so, I mean, how long can they pull this off? Because it's match point already their side. Yes, Huntsman was able to get 1 point already, but we all know that at this point, Almighty might be able to finish this off. But I think they're enjoying it so much, AJ.
it looks like the players of Almighty, or at least Irfan J, had like a gentleman agreement with Huntsmen and told them like, okay, I'm not going to go clutching on you guys. I'm just going to be playing with my off-meta gun. I'm going to be bringing my FHJ in there. Let's see if you can one-up me. The guy's still on 2 kills, all right. And Almighty has been trolling the Huntsmen since Summit, and it leads on in here into Raid S&D. And Huntsmen still haven't been able to take advantage of that. But the numbers all equal now in this round number 8. 6-1, still match point on the side of that Lion City representing Almighty. Shut up. With the opportunity, it's still a double snipe setup. Jeff Pro with the AS Val. Everybody's got their angles locked down already. It's all up to Derp to snap. Oh my God, gets the hit mark with the DLQ. How unfortunate can you be?
Yeah, body hit right there coming from Derp, and like a few inches above might give him that takedown. But with Shut Up right now, I don't think he'll be able to make that mistake. But it's a little bit further compared to the hit mark, AJ. So Shut Up just waiting for that step. But Heaven is also stepping in and takedown simultaneous against Zen and Derp.
Jeff Pro and Heaven stepping up for the team. That's it. The final nail in the coffin. Shut Up gets it done with his secondary. MW11 for the... And Crush left the game. Crush is like, I'm done. I've had it. Jeff Pro gets the defusal. And Almighty gets another troll victory over the Huntsmen.
Yeah, Almighty right now, I mean, there's not so much of a performance that can be reviewed right here. It's something that, like to be honest, like this is something that has been expected from this game. Though there are hopes that Huntsman as really will be able to change it towards their favor. But for Almighty, I think they're so confident that they can do it with off-meta guns as well as to how they're playing it there. And this skews up the performance. But what we all know, it's already 2-0. So at that point, that is facts. Facts that we've seen so much as a prediction as well as expected, but it's still one game that Huntsman has not been doing well from the previous competition. They need to recover on control, otherwise like another donut will be served.
I think the boys of Almighty heard me loud and clear. They're like, Mustachio, you haven't eaten your dinner yet. Yes, we hear you like donuts. So we're going to serve up a very hot one. Might be a savory, might be a sweet. You have to wait for the end of the series to find out. But I tell you, super cheeky plays by Almighty. And I need to be really serious here with my assessment on Irfan J, man. I think all of his troll gunfights is not enough. I want to see more trolling. I mean, if anybody can do it, it's going to be Irfan J, man. I want to see an FHJ kill in control, Irfan J. Show me what you got.
FHJ clutch coming from the Clutch King. We'll have to find out, especially for the final moment, like when lives are counting down.